What's up, everybody? Nick Sisson here on behalf of N2 Media. You are still looking at the graphic still. Hudson's Bay at R.A. Long coming up here in just a little bit. I'll show you what's going on here. We are waiting for the conclusion of the junior varsity matchup here, and currently R.A. Long on top 61-53. So we're still going to be about, we're still going to be about 25-ish minutes or so away from the tip-off. It's going to be a late night up here in Longview, especially if you're driving back home from from Vancouver. But 2:05 left in the fourth quarter here. Again, Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media. Happy to be here once again, streaming for the R.A. Long athletic program. Again, 2:05 left in the fourth quarter here of the junior varsity game, with R.A. Long leading 61-53. So just a heads up that when warm-ups start, I will have to cut the audio feed, and we're going to have to wait until the start of the game before we get back on with the audio. That is due to good old copyright infringement on these streaming platforms. They could mute the sound on the video, or they could shut the video down altogether, and I have had it happen. So just to let you know, audio will be cut during pregame warm-ups, which usually is set for 20 minutes. Given the circumstances, with what time it is, I'm not sure if that's going to play a factor into the decision maybe to speed the warm-ups up a little bit. But for those who are waiting for basketball, we'll show you a little bit of basketball right now. Again, R.A. Long up top, 61-53 with the rock. 2 minutes to go in this one. .142 left in the ballgame. You know, one of my favorite things about watching a very good pay-per-view boxing event or UFC event is a good undercard. Tonight's JV game has been just that. It's had a little bit of everything. Teams switching leads. Fans getting into it, getting upset about calls. Lead trimmed down to 7. And now down to 6. Again, fans that are just joining in, this is not the varsity game. We are not underway here. This is the tail end of the junior varsity game. Hudson's Bay trailing by 6. For those that are wanting to watch the varsity fairly quickly, you would be rooting for no overtime here, but anything's possible. R.A. Long using some clock right now. Drive all the way to the cup by Devin Harris, missed. Bay coming the other way. Those words rhymed. Sidestep Euro, shot up and off. Offensive rebound putback, yeah, so it's a 4-point game. Deep three by Harris, no good. And the ball tapped out of bounds. Ooh, new shot clock here for RA Long with 35.7 left. Again, fans that are eagerly awaiting information about the varsity, the only information that we have is that they're still coming up next. Hudson's Bay electing to not foul down 4. Interesting, considering they have 1 foul to give, and now we finally do have it with 20.6. That turns the shot clock off. Balk Pagujud says go. Ooh, don't recognize that name. That's in the Facebook live stream comment section. It's got me worried about a potential spam bot trying to send a link onto the comment section that will take you to some place where you will get scammed and your debit card will get canceled by your bank and you'll call me and ask what happened. 13.8 left in the game. Fans with so much time left, please be sure to share the link with your friends and family. Let them know that we've got live basketball eventually coming to your TV set in your living room or on your Android or your Apple device. I suppose there could be some other options there. Free throw rolls off for Robert Wilson. Still 13.8. Every point is critical here for R.A. Long. And Wilson gets the roll on the second. And it's a full timeout. Why not? First words out of junior varsity coach Jawan Harris is do not foul. Veteran advice down there from Coach Harris. Lumberjacks and the Eagles both in the corners on the other side of the gymnasium, not in your picture, waiting to take the court. But again, fans, audio will be cut during warm-ups because they will be playing music that somebody owns the rights to. (62-57) for those wondering. 13.8 left here in the fourth quarter between R.A. Long and Hudson's Bay junior varsity action. And Hudson's Bay inbounds it up to half court. Turnaround short. Offensive rebound. Kick out. Slapped out of bounds. Last touched by Harris. 4.5 to go. Unless there's a 5-point play that Hudson's Bay can draw up here. Looking like that this game is going to be ending here in about 4.5 seconds. 3 up and off. Air ball. Putback is going to count. It's going to be a 3-point win for R.A. Long here. 62-59. The junior varsity gets it done here. Clutch. Fell behind early in the first half, but battled their way through a tough opponent here in the undercard. Varsity action coming up. And it says 20 minutes on the clock, and that is starting to count down right now. Entering your picture are the R.A. Long Lumberjack varsity team and throwing the ball up off the glass and doing some fancy tricks for everybody to see. All right, fans, so welcome into the live stream. Again, we will be ready to go in about 20 minutes. Going to have to cut the audio, so we'll be back then. The picture will be going. Look forward to seeing you here in just a little bit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the live stream comment section.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the Lumberdome.
Introductions here tonight for the matchup between Hudson's Bay and Ari Long by Eric Elliott on the PA. And we'll get you some more information on this one in just a little bit.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats, caps, and hoods as we honor America and those who protect and defend her with tonight's national anthem.
And everybody was standing here during the national anthem. Always a good sign.
Officials and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory and demeaning comments and cheers this evening. We hope that you will enjoy tonight's action and support the student athletes from both teams in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge our officials and thank them for their time and effort this evening. Without officials, tonight's game would not take place. A big hand for tonight's officiating crew, Mr. Reese Baker, Mr. Ryan Hoff, and Mr. Brandon Walker. Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, to stay positive with your actions and words, and to be always an encouraging example for everyone around you to follow. Thank you from Ari Long High School and the Greater St. Helens League. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Hudson's Bay Eagles, as announced by head coach Anthony Holmes, Sr. At guard, a 5'10" senior, wearing number 1 co-captain Raphael Bauman. At guard, a 6' senior, wearing number 5 co-captain Lincoln Good. At the wing, a 6'2" senior, wearing number 22, Noah Ethan. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, wearing number 23, Akil Bauman. And at the post, a 6'3" senior, wearing number 33, Joseph Roper. And now, under the watchful eyes of the Lumberjack and Lumberjill statues in the corner, casting their protective and 6-foot sophomore, weight number 23, Lyndon.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but they just got it backwards. Irwin runs out for Jenkins. So Jenkins runs out for Irwin. That's awesome.
Number 34, Rhett Young.
Classic. Welcome in, everybody, once again. Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media. Just about ready for tip-off here tonight between the visiting Hudson's Bay Eagles and the RA Long Lumberjacks. Hudson's Bay 0-3 so far on the season, and RA Long 4-1, coming off of a loss against Washougal on the road, where they did not get the benefit of a few calls. Quite a disparaging difference between free throws, but nevertheless, potential wake-up call there for RA Long, knowing that you can't take anybody for granted on the schedule. So 3-1 RA Long is in the Greater St. Helens League, which if the season ended today, but it doesn't, so it doesn't really count, they'd be in 5th place according to the standings. But a lot of basketball left here. Rhett Young tips it. Landon Irwin controls for RA Long as we are ready to go. Lonnie Brown Jr. crosses over, being guarded by Akil Bauman. Entry pass down low, and now the lights are going out, and we're going to have to stop play. They did this the last time when we had the lights drop here at the Lumberdome. And they're going to reset the shot clock. Good deal there. So RA Long comes up empty on their first possession. Looks like the lights have gotten themselves back to full capacity here. Kick to the corner, blocked by Irwin, and Irwin trying to toe the baseline, can't keep his foot in. .15 on the shot clock. Raphael Bauman to inbound, gets it in, working down low. Shot up and good. That is number 22, Noah David. So the Eagles strike first, 2-zip. Entry pass, Young, far baseline, backing down the defender, jump hook, gets the roll and evens it up. Bauman penetrates the lane, ball rotated out, Akil hangs, gets around Young, off the glass, 4-2. Drop step spin, Jenkins too long, rebound Akil. So already, Eagles on top 4-2, hesitation driving a kick out here near side. Deep three, short, and it's out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Lumberjack basketball.
Peyton Thill brings it up. Now Brown with it, just beyond the volleyball line in front of the cheer staff. Thill moves it over to Brown. 7 on the shot clock. A very deep three is cash for LBJ. Jacks lead it by 1, and the net needing some maintenance there. Mark Morris royalty, Reese Baker out there officiating tonight, able to get the job done. Good with a basketball. Good pressure defense. And out of bounds is Bauman. RA Long basketball. Fans, be sure to type in the live stream comment section where you're watching from and who you are rooting for. Or if you just want to comment anything throughout the game, feel free to do so. Pass down low, Young finds a cutter. That cutter is Jenkins. Jenkins tries to reverse it, comes up a little bit short. Tough runner from the elbow, missed short. Jenkins rebounds, up ahead, Brown head fakes, goes up and under and just misses it and is able to control his own rebound and finds Young. Cutter down the lane is Thill, and Thill is on the board with 2. 7-4 RA Long.
Young with the assist.
Double team near side. Pass fired to the top of the circle. Good play there by David. That's his second basket. Able to work himself around Rhett Young. 1 point game. Phil all the way down with the left. Beautiful move. Just missed the shot. Young, point blank range. Can't get the putback to go. And we got a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout, Eagles. So Hudson's Bay wants to talk things over. They'll have 19 on the shot clock. 4:43 to go here in the first quarter.
Brought to you by the RA Long FBLA Club. For only $30, you can get your favorite RA Long. You can even get your own face. All you have
7-6 so far here. First quarter action.
to be connected.
Michelle's in the live stream comment section.
Show your Jack pride. Support your RA Long FBLA.
It says watching from Shelton, Go Rhett and Landon. Again, feel free to type into the live stream comment section, folks. I will read it, and I might even read it out loud. 4:43 to go. It'll be Hudson's Bay basketball, far side of the court. Drive baseline, good defense there by Jenkins. Close to a 5-second call there, potentially. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. The Eagles using all 15 seconds of the shot clock. Again, great defense individually by Trey Jenkins there on that possession. Irwin being bumped. Flails backwards, no call. Pass fired in down low. It rolls out to Brown after Young can't retrieve it. Jenkins might have moved the feet, finds an open shooter. Phil in the corner, and it goes off back iron. But there's Irwin with the offensive rebound. Brown sets his feet for three. Uh-oh. 10-6. And pressure on the ball. Long inbound pass goes off the back of Phil, and it goes into the cheerleading section. There's a souvenir for a lucky fan. Isaac Brown checking in for Hudson's Bay. Joey Roper checking out. And immediately Brown has it in the corner and gets help from Raphael Bauman. Now David gets it up for Bauman, tries to set a pick. Bauman fires up the three, and it's cash. Raphael Bauman, couple years on the varsity for Hudson's Bay. Tremendous athlete on the football field as well. Rhett Young turns, goes up, misses. Jenkins offensive rebound into contact. Shot's no good, but he'll head to the line for two. 10-9 with 3:12 to go here, opening quarter. Foul is going to go on Isaac Brown. We got Mora in the live stream comment section, also rooting for Landon, nephew, watching from San Diego. I got some Anchorman references right here in the head as Jenkins hits the first free throw. First point of the game for Trey. Kevin Holden, RA Long royalty in the live stream comment section. Got Edward, Joey Roper's uncle. Nice. Thank you so much for being with us all the way from Eastern Washington. Abel Million checking in for the first time here for RA Long. And some more full court pressure here being applied by the Lumberjacks. Akil Bauman with it, fires a pass and gets it across the timeline. Jump stop at the foul line. Shot gets the roll. That looks like Demetrius Karma. Brown back to the basket, spins and kicks, rotating over and going down the lane and swishing it home is Landon. Don't call him Steve Irwin. And out of bounds on the near side.
Out of bounds, Lumberjack basketball.
Brown double teamed, looking for some help, finds it. Irwin thought about pulling the trigger, gets a good screen and then drives, kicks, still with it now. Skips it far side. Million drove and was trying to kick back to the near side. Irwin was open. Trey Jenkins will check back in. Jacks are going to go small here, and Rhett Young will get a breather here at the 2:09 mark. We've got Matt in the live stream comment section. Says go Bay from Vancouver. Jenkins wide open. Easy bucket there for R.A. Long, and they have opened up a 5-point lead, their largest of the game. And we got a whistle. It's going to be a foul on Jenkins. Neither team really in foul trouble here at the moment. Chris Smith, Coach Smitty, says let's go Jacks. We got Rachel Nice Shoes' nephew from Phoenix AZ talking about Landon Irwin. Now we got another whistle, and we're going to have an offensive foul. A screen set up top by Brown, apparently not to the liking of the official. Second team foul on the Eagles here. Jacks with a chance to push the lead to 7, potentially 8 here. Jenkins fires a pass down low. Phil, patient under the basket, throws it up over his head on the far side off the glass, and it is a 7-point advantage now for R.A. Long. Phil with his second basket. And we got a whistle there by Reese Baker, the official on the baseline, and out of bounds is Brown for Hudson's Bay. Million will bring it up for R.A. Long. Jeff Rookledge rotates it out of the corner, now back to the near side. Nice pick and roll. What a feed down low by Million, and Million sprinting over to his fallen teammate Jenkins to pick him up off the floor. Jenkins fouled on his way up, and he'll head to the line for 2. Jenkins is just looking thick in a good way, like brick thick. Hitting the weight room. It's a man-child out there. First free throw short. Got Betty May. It says Joey Roper's grandparents from Battleground. Go Eagles. You'll love to see it. Second free throw rattles out. Offensive rebound, Rookledge right next to 2 Eagles. And the pass attempt is, they say, deflected out of bounds. Nope, foul, they say. It's going to go against Raphael Bauman. And they're going to inbound it here. Akil Bauman's trying to get checked in here. And he will. Brother Raphael will sit down. And Rookledge now fires it in. Brown, probably behind the volleyball line, finds Rookledge. Rookledge over to Phil. Abel Million goes to the corner. Rookledge for 3, and it's out. Halfway down. And the pass attempt here near sideline picked off by R.A. Long. Bounce pass to Million. Million doesn't really jump because he was being bared down on there. Abel goes right up and off the glass. Pass down low. Shot is good. That's Hicks with the bucket. And the ball's out of bounds on the far sideline. 19 seconds to go here, first quarter. Rookledge picks up his dribble. Jenkins off the dribble. Kicks near side three on the way by Million. Off back iron. Rebound, Eagles. In the lane, it rolls off with 1 second left. Phil doesn't see it and doesn't fire. That's going to do it for the first quarter. R.A. Long leads it 20-13. We'll keep it here with the Hudson's Bay huddle in between the first and second quarter. But 20 points there in the first 8 minutes for the home team. Lonnie Brown leading the way with 6. Peyton Thill with 4. Trey Jenkins with 4. Landon Irwin, Rhett Young, and Abel Million each with 2. And for the Eagles of Hudson's Bay, leading the way is Noah David with 4 points. Raphael Bauman with 3. Akil Bauman with 2. Jameson Hicks with 2. Demetrius Karma with 2. Jacks are going to go with the same 5 that they had at the close of the first quarter, which is Million, Rookledge, Thill, Jenkins, and Brown. Double team with Million and Rookledge on Bauman, and we've got a whistle. It's going to be a foul on Million, so a little too close for comfort there.
Lumberjack foul number 3, Million. First personal, first team foul of the quarter.
Akil Bauman being guarded by Million, gives it up. Attempted pass deflected. Outlet up ahead goes off of Million's back and out of bounds.
Eagle basketball.
A lot of shout-outs tonight for Landon Irwin in the live stream comment section. Always good to see everybody rooting for their favorite player. Roper's also had a few for Hudson's Bay. Lincoln Good gets 2 good looks at the basket, pun intended, and misses them both. Jenkins with it for R.A. Long, kicks up ahead to the corner. Now out of the corner, Brown rotates it all the way over to Phil, wide open, far side corner, splash! The junior Peyton Thill loving his new haircut here at home. 7 points in the game, and we've got some whistles, and it looks like we've got an official's timeout. And that official's timeout is going to turn into
Officials timeout.
nothing. I thought that they were going to be awarding the Eagles a 30. And it will be a timeout. So a charge timeout to Hudson's Bay, or are we going to clean up water? Looks like we're cleaning up water. Kyle Fowler says, Jacks need to get right. Go Jacks. You know, I mean, when you're losing on the road to Washougal and you're only giving up 44 points, you know, I mean, that's tough. I mean, that's honestly a really, really good number to hold your opponent to, and, you know, one possession can change things, and you're looking at a W, but absolutely, Jacks are still kind of figuring things out a little bit here in the early going, but, you know, there's 2 different seasons when it comes to basketball here in the state of Washington. As the ball is deflected out of bounds, Eagles turn it over after the officials' timeout. But you got the season before Christmas break, and then you've got the season after the New Year. And the season after the New Year is the one that you want to be playing your best basketball in, and we got a whistle. And it's going to be a timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout. R.A. Long's going to take this one. We're going to keep the camera right here in front of Hudson's Bay because the basketball will be right near here. Mariah Sorensen says, "Go Tremaine, my nephew is a beast." I can agree with that. (23-13) the score with 6:31 to go in the first half. All right, Long is only allowing opponents to score an average of 43 points per game so far this year. That's very good. And if you look at how good Hawkinson has done so far this year, the 20-point win that they had, 20-plus point win that they had over the Hawks, another Bird reference. That's super impressive. What Hawkinson's been doing so far this year, they are a true contender. They beat Ridgefield at home. They blew out this Eagles team that we're watching here as we got a tough jumper missed long by Abel Million. Eagles with the rebound. But Hudson's Bay is going to pick up a couple wins so far this year. Work down low, shot up, no good. High off the glass. Thought it was going to roll in for a second. Irwin, who checked back into the game a few moments ago, gets it to Brown. Brown finds Irwin. Irwin shuffles the feet, gets around the defender, goes up off the glass. Tough. Don't call him Steve Irwin with the bucket. 25-13. Ball loose, out of bounds. Lumberjacks are pointing in their direction, and that will be the call. Irwin with 4 after his made basket. Brown gets around the defender, finds Young. Young fouled on the way up and delayed whistle there, but definitely the right call. Rhett Young at the free throw line, misses on the first. The 6'8-ish, 6'9-ish sophomore, transfer from Columbia River, now a Lumberjack. Had 19 points in his debut in the season opener, connects on the second free throw, now 3 in the game. Double team in the backcourt, long pass up ahead. Eagles working under the baseline. Kick to the corner, and it's good by Karma for 3. Far corner for R.A. Long. Rookledge. Rebound can't be controlled there by Good. That is King Altheimer, number 10. I believe, unless they got the numbers wrong on the roster, which could be the case either way. Shot by Irwin from 3, no good. Drive, shot partially blocked there, but foul called. Free throws coming here for David. Father of Boston Brawley says that his son is number 23 in the JV. Heard he made it rain from 3 tonight. I was getting set up during that, and I will be honest with you, I was not paying super close attention to the individuals, but it was a really good game. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Young. Jenkins moves it near corner. Irwin, one dribble, bounce pass, entry. Young kicks it far side. Phil back to the basket now. Finds Jenkins, 7 on the shot clock. Tremaine drives, kicks. Irwin, open shot, passes it up, takes a tougher one and hits. So what? 9 now for Irwin, 28-16. Irwin's a guy who everyone needs to keep their eye on long term in the Lumberjack program. Pass deflected down low, still loose. And a shot is thought blocked, but foul is called. And the call is going to go against Rhett Young. And that's going to put Bauman at the line, and Raphael hits the first, now 4 in the ballgame.
Akil Bauman out into the ballgame for the Eagles. Replaces Roper.
28-17 as Bauman hits the second, now 5. Nobody picks up the ball. Irwin floats, hits off back iron. Pretty good look there. Long outlet pass up ahead. Fly by there by Phil. Karma with the bucket. Now 7 for Karma. Brown open. Rolls off. Rebound David. Akil Bauman kicks to the corner, rotated out. 3 on the way, no good. Bauman with the rebound. And might have traveled, but gets away with it. Raphael, head fake, step back. Good move there by Bauman. Brown bounce pass inside. Young lays it in. Thought we might have our first. But nope. Have to save that one for later. Bauman being guarded by Irwin. Pair of 23s out there, and then we've got a foul on Jenkins reaching in on David.
Lumberjack foul number 11, Jenkins. Second personal, 4th team foul.
That's the 4th team foul on R.A. Long,
Brown back to
and it's going to be the second personal on Jenkins.
replaces Raphael Bauman.
Lead down to 10, 30-20.
Million back in the ballgame. Replaces Jenkins.
Eagles desperately need to just have a good possession here. David skips it. Ends up with it now at the top of the key, being guarded by Phil. Phil with good defense on the ball. A screen up top by Brown. Back to Brown down low. Batted loose by Million. Million across the arm. No call. 3 on the way. Short. David underneath the basket. Rejected. Out of bounds by Young. But a new shot clock and a possession still here for Hudson's Bay. Inbound into the backcourt. That's legal. Bauman drives and kicks. David working against Thill, using that off arm and using that big body to back Peyton down. Curling around the top of the key and shooting is Akil Bauman. Another block by Young on the putback attempt. Lob down low. Akil can't get to it. Irwin comes away with the steal. Jack's not in too big of a hurry. Brown gets around the defender, dumps it off. Young up to 7 now. 32-20. I like how the big man is just taking his time and not doing anything outside of his comfort zone down low. He can pack it, but better safe than sorry. Mama always said. Pass backdoor on the baseline, out of bounds, 1:47 to go. Brown open for 3. No. But he gets his own rebound, goes up, finger roll, it rolls off, and it's tapped nearly out of bounds. Good save by Karma. But R.A. Long comes away with it in the scrum. Under a minute 30 to go now. Brown ball fakes, gets the defender off the air, drives and shoots from 6, and it rolls in. LBJ hits it from 2, now 8 in the ball game. It's a 14-point Lumberjack advantage, 34-20. A lot of second chance, third chance opportunities tonight for R.A. Long. Jump stop, floater, no good. Long. And we got a whistle, looked like over the back on David there, trying to get the rebounds. So 1:02 here, left in the first half. Million will bring it up. Nice slip on the pick and roll. Rhett Young, great body composure. Hits another. Rhett starting to get going here in the second quarter. Layup in front of Young. just missed long out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Eagles, but you can see the effect that Young has now here in the second quarter, even though he didn't block that shot. Was there to kind of make the defender think about it. Brown tips the inbound pass and steals it, and it's slapped out of bounds. R.A. Long will retain 28.9. There is a 0.9 second differential between game clock and shot clock. Irwin, now Young, top of the circle. Million circles around, drops it off. Ball batted out of bounds by Akil Bauman. Possession will stay here with R.A. Long. 12 on the shot clock, 13.1 on the game clock. Thill tries a far side pass, and it's stolen away. Eagles now have a chance to cut into this deficit before the half. And at half court, Skips near side. 3 from 30. Off the window and in just in front of the buzzer by Raphael Bauman. Bank is open, twilight hours here in Longview. 36-23 at the half. Lumberjacks will take a lead into the locker room. Bauman with 8 after the heave to lead Hudson's Bay in scoring. Right behind him, Demetrius Karma with 7. And for R.A. Long, Rhett Young, the leader in the clubhouse with 9. Lonnie Brown with 8. Peyton Thill with 7. Landon Irwin with 6. A lot of different guys doing good things for R.A. Long here in this one. They realistically have about 5 or 6 guys on the roster that can score 15 points at any time. So here at the half, we're going to have the R.A. Long cheer staff, and then we're going to take an audio timeout. So we'll keep it here and wait for that.
Cheer Squad.
Had to wait until they came out of the locker room. Would you like me to try and go that right after the game and say,
And there is the R.A. Long cheer staff at the half. We got 7 minutes till the start of the second half, everybody. We're going to take an audio timeout, and we'll be back here in just a little bit with the first half totals. 36-23, R.A. Long on top. Welcome back, everybody. 36-23 at the break, just about ready to start third quarter. It'll be R.A. Long basketball. Phil, Irwin, Jenkins, Young, and Brown out there for R.A. Long. Pick and roll down to the big man, and it's off the glass and in. Young now in double figures with 11. Bauman dribbles into the corner, fires to his brother, top of the key. Skip pass far side, now back to the top. Bauman being guarded by Irwin. Crossover, hop step. Jenkins rips it from Bauman. Outlet up ahead. Brown. And Brown goes up and lays it off the glass. 4 quick ones here for the Jacks. And it's tipped and stolen. Brown saves it. Jenkins tracks it down to Brown. It's got to go, folks. Oh, no. Irwin, though, gets the offensive rebound. Usually when you get a great play like that, something crazy happens. The shot just has to go. It's like the universe's way of saying great play. Eagles survive. A 3 on the way up top. No good. Young controls. Phil back to Brown. Brown getting a high screen. Fakes right. Drives. Cut off baseline double team. Has the ball tapped. Gets another dribble. Floater from Jenkins after the pass, and it bounces a couple of times. Brown is there for the offensive rebound. Pass to Jenkins. Jenkins loses a handle. Good strip there by Bauman. And from behind, Jenkins wolfs it away. Eagles have got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. Skip pass to Brown. Brown closed out on hard. Drives, cut off. Finds Jenkins. Settles in for a 3. It's airballed off of Phil and out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Eagle basketball.
Got Coach Whitney Nayland in the live stream comment section, says, "Let's go, Jacks." Traffic near half court. Another turnover for Hudson's Bay. Irwin comes away with the loose ball, and it's out of bounds into the student section. Turned over by Irwin. 40-23. Nice move there to the rack by Noah David. Just can't convert. Phil drives in the lane. Ball ends up to Brown, wide open, off back iron, right back to Lonnie. And now LBJ hops in the lane a few times, misses the shot. Ball ends up with him again, though. Another open 3 passed up, and we're going to get a offensive foul. It's going to go against Rhett Young. Full court pressure here by R.A. Long. Drive a floater off, no good. Phil with the rebound, head up, finds Brown. Lonnie kicks to the corner, rotated out. Phil for 3. Yes! Peyton Phil now in double figures with 10. Landon Irwin credited with the dime. Drive by Karma and a bucket. 9 now for Demetrius Karma. Young faces up, drop step spin, finds a cutter on the far side. Jenkins is able to go high up off the glass. Now 6 for Trey. And another turnover. 2-on-2. Phil leads the break. Drives left. Backs off a little bit on his shot, and we've got a held ball. It's going to be Eagle basketball. And we've got a 30-second timeout, it looks like, taken by Hudson's Bay. So we'll stay here with the RA Long Huddle. Fans, thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Appreciate all the support. As always, this is where we can be found on our social medias, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or at least the artist formerly known as Twitter. But this is where you're going to find all of our information on our game links, other stuff as well. But I do appreciate everybody's support. Please make sure you're subscribed in one way or the other. Back to action here, Hudson's Bay basketball. 45-25. Far side three on the way from Karma, no good. Offensive rebound put back, no good. Ball loose, wrestled away by Bauman. And then we got a steal in the passing lane. Phil goes up strong. Peyton Phil having a good game so far here tonight. Now 12. Double team here. Phil gets another one. Goes up with the right hand near side. Another bucket for Peyton on the heels of another steal, 49-25. Eagles just turning the ball over a ton here in the third quarter so far. Drop step shot, no good by Brown. Rebound, though, under the basket. Guess who? Peyton Phil. Another steal. An outlet. Irwin. Yeah. Peyton Phil has had his hands on the basketball 3 consecutive possessions. Dimes that one to Irwin beautifully. And this one's thrown away into the cheerleading section. Another souvenir.
Lumberjacks substitution, Million back in the ballgame. Replaces Phil. Jenkins back in the ballgame.
51-25.
Replaces Young. Raphael Bauman into the ballgame for the Eagles.
Phil will take a breather. Young also out. Getting some good tutelage there from big man Raleigh Wallace, joining the coaching staff this year. Rookledge off the bench for 3. Cold heats it up from long range. 54-25. The Jacks putting it on Hudson's Bay here in the second quarter so far. And this ball is loose, dive to the floor, and thrown back into play, stolen away. Outlet up ahead. Underneath is Rookledge. 5 consecutive for number 5. Whistles. And it's going to be a full charge timeout. Hudson's Bay. Jacks fired up. Back into the huddle, 56-25. Rookledge was scoreless before that little outburst there. Fans, tomorrow night we will be live once again. It's going to be from Mark Morris High School tomorrow. The Woodland Beavers taking on the Mark Morris Monarchs in girls basketball action. That start time scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And then Friday right back here at the Lumberdome. Expect a really electric atmosphere. R.A. Long and Ridgefield getting together for the first time this year. Always a good one between the Lumberjacks and the Spudders. Again, start time scheduled for 7 p.m. 56-25 here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go.
And on Friday, December 22nd, the Jacks travel to Prairie for a non-league contest. 7 p.m. tip-off.
All right, Long taking on Prairie. That is going to be a very, very, very tough game for R.A. Long, but we'll see how their squad stacks up against one of the good ones from the 3A Greater St. Helens League. Back to action here, Eagle basketball. No, it's a home game on Friday here for R.A. Long against Ridgefield. Ball stolen away. David trying some fancy dribbling into the ball game. Huntley goes up and it's off. Rebound Brown. Huntley looking for his first basket. We got a whistle and it's going to be a foul. Foul is committed by Noah David. And Lincoln Good will check back in here for Hudson's Bay. Abel Million to inbound it here for R.A. Long. Rookledge still with his dribble, moves it out. Skip pass far side. Huntley. Now Brown back over to Rookledge. Rookledge ball fake, puts it on the deck and drives. Double team, kicks to the corner. Huntley hands off on the dribble, push down to the floor in front of Million. Abel still dribbling with it right in front of the foul line. Brown with it, has to get it up. 2 on the clock. And great defense, does get it up, and it's not going to draw iron. Shot clock violation. Looks like it would not have counted even if it went. Great defense on that possession there by Hudson's Bay. Bauman to the high post. David turns and faces up on Rookledge. Raphael drives. Good defense by Million. Crosses over on Abel and gets the angle and goes up off the glass. Bauman the first in double figures. Million takes it all the way. Blocked at the rim. And the pass thrown away out of bounds. Brown inbounds it to Million. Just under 40 to go here in the third. Jenkins fires a pass inside, denied by David, stolen away. Outlet up ahead near side. Karma with it now, gets it back to Bauman. Skip pass far side, good in the corner. Pulls the trigger from 3, short. Brown with the rebound for the Eagles. Fires a pass inside, deflected, stolen away. Jenkins with it now, 7 on the clock. Million sees it, settles in for a 3, open, off back iron. Jenkins, nobody boxing him out. Put back attempt, no good. 56-27, that's the score heading into the fourth quarter. Another 20-point quarter here for R.A. Long. They scored 20 in the first frame. Do it again here in the third. But the big number here in the third quarter is that they held Hudson's Bay to just 4 total points out of the locker room. If you were with us earlier when I mentioned it, R.A. Long has held their opponents to just 43 points so far per ball game this season. So great, great job by R.A. Long on the defensive side. Fans appreciate all your support. And I just wanted to get you guys the information here in case you're interested in providing me a very, very small $1 million donation. We are on Venmo. We are on PayPal. If those two numbers don't work for you, I understand. We do accept numbers in between those as well. But again, I do appreciate all the support, everybody who likes and shares and subscribes to the free live stream. And this is your chance during the holiday season to give back to a broadcaster in need. So I appreciate everybody once again. 56-27, fourth quarter of action here at the Lumberdome. It's going to be Hudson's Bay basketball. Skip pass near side. Karma fires a pass down low. Brown switches from the far block to the near side. Misses the shot. Outlet up ahead. R.A. Long on the move. Shot up, no good from Huntley. Offensive rebound, Young. His putback, no good. Eagles control, bring it across. Corner 3 up by Carmen, no good. Rebound Rookledge. Million puts his head down, kicks. Brown open for 3, short. Million somehow gets up above everybody and taps to the corner and retrieves. Now Rookledge from the top of the circle for 3, it rolls off. David controls the board for the Eagles. Pass inside, nearly stolen. Good ends up with it. He's blocked. Rhett Young gets it out of the air, leads the break. Finishing up ahead. No, not finishing is Huntley. Offensive rebound, putback attempt by Rookledge. He's fouled and we'll head to the line.
Eagle foul number 1, Raphael Bauman. Third personal, first team foul of the quarter.
Foul's going to go on Raphael Bauman. That's his third personal. So Jeff Rookledge will settle in at the charity stripe for 2. Hits the first. 6 now for Rookledge. All of them here in the second half. Robert Wilson into the ball game, replacing Huntley. Rookledge's second free throw is good. Now 7 for Jeff. Jeff, another one of those promising pieces in Drake's lineup, a sophomore. Tell you what, the class that Ari Long has coming up here in the next 2-3 years is going to be really good. Bauman, that's a keel, shot no good. Young with the rebound for the Jacks. Rookledge leads the break, now Brown with it. Hesitates a couple, jab step his defender off. Rebound attempt by Rookledge over the back as Raphael Bauman tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Ari Long. Brown was hot early. He's cooled off a little bit lately. I've got 10 in the ball game so far. Rhett Young, hook shot, yeah. 13 for Young. Straight up is Young altering the shot. Bauman diving to the floor. Can't get it from the big man. 5-on-4 up ahead. Brown has a 3, passes it up, skips far side. Wilson with it. Back to Brown. Lonnie fakes left, drives. Ball tapped out of bounds from behind. Bauman with the old reach around there. 6:02 to go. Irwin will check back in. Jamison Hicks out there for Hudson's Bay to go with Bauman, Karma, and Brown. Million. Entry pass down low. Young working against Brown. Spin baseline. Shot short. Ball tapped out of bounds. And, ooh, a lot of moans and groans, including myself there. Looked like that was pretty obviously going to be Ari Long basketball. But you know, when you're up by 33, it's not going to kill you. Hicks moves it back to Akil Bauman. Walking right in front of the logo. Being guarded by Million. High screen, illegal screen. Yep, there we go. Got to make the call. Isaac Brown comes over and runs into Million. Didn't get set. 5:36 to go. Good will check back in. Raphael Bauman will take a seat. Raphael with 10 to lead Hudson's Bay in scoring tonight. Million brings it up for Ari Long. Rookledge gets a high pick, a roll from Young. Young goes up off the glass. Smooth finish there. 15 now for Rhett Young. Advantage up to 35 here for the Jacks. Kick to the corner. 3 by Hicks. Long. Irwin rebounds. Million dribbles it back out. Wilson with it now. Ball in Abel's hands, being guarded by Brown. Crosses over, dribbles between the legs, looking for some help. Finds Young. Young going to the baseline, goes up and hits. Young's just got such a touch near the basket. 17, and now nobody wants to inbound it for the Eagles. Bauman looking for some help. Ball eventually does get into him from Good. Bounce pass entry near block. Shot up, no good. Foul called. Let's see if it's shooting or on the floor. It's going to go on Robert Wilson and non-shooting variety. Isaias Lindsay checking in for the first time tonight for R.A. Long. Player falls down on the entry pass. What a rip there by Abel Million. Whistles, and a shoe comes off. Isaias Lindsay allowed to put that back on, and we've got another sub. Logan Bodley checking in. Jeff Rookledge will check out, more than likely for the remainder of the game. Irwin drives and kicks. Wilson near corner. Bodley for three. Short. Lindsay with the rebound. Million drives, shows the ball up and under, can't get the bucket to go. Rebound Eagles. Bounce pass to the block, good. Reverse layup near side, off the window and in. Lincoln Good, his first bucket. Long outlet up ahead, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Eagle basketball. Clark into the ballgame for the Eagles.
William Clark checking in for Hudson's Bay. 64-29 with 3:49 left in the game. Drive baseline, kick out, far wing, nearly a turnover. Bounce pass to the block, shot is up and down. That's King Altimer with the shot that goes down for Hudson's Bay. Three back here on the other end, no good. And King can't handle it, far corner, out of bounds. Devin Harris checking in here for R.A. Long, 3:13 left. So Million, Bodley, Wilson, Lindsay, and Harris out there. Nice ball fake. Million just missed the shot, gets his own rebound, dribbles out of traffic. And Wilson loses it out of bounds. Eagle possession, just under 3 left. 3 on the way and off. Ball tapped around. Million ends up with it for R.A. Long. Million falls down near the half-court line, gets it back. And we got a whistle. Foul is going to be called on Clark.
Legal foul number 12, Clark. First personal, third team foul of the quarter.
Jeff Rookledge is going to check back in here for R.A. Long, replacing Million. Harris receives the inbound. Three by Wilson. No good. Bodley trying to chase it down, saves it, but it's right to Good. Good long outlet pass, far side up ahead, stolen by Robert Wilson. Wilson passes it to Rookledge. Rookledge back to Wilson. A 3 on the way. Long, look good. Rebound Eagles. Some of the swing players looking to get into the varsity score box here tonight. So far, nobody able to do that. 3 on the way by King. It's off the window somehow from the corner, and it rattles out. Harris leads the break. Rookledge lobs it into Lindsay. Lindsay goes up, misses. Rookledge put back off. Rookledge can't handle the rebound. It's out to Bodley, though. Pump fake by Jeff. Reach in, steal by Good. Good wide open in the near side here. 3-ball long. Harris with the rebound for the Jacks. Harris tries to dime it off. Kick ball. 1:04 left in the game. 64-31. Fans, type in your vote for player of the game. Inbound pass stolen away. Long outlet pass up ahead. 3 by King. No good. Lindsay with the rebound. Wilson for three, wide open, no good. Rookledge goes up, initially had it. Now the ball's loose on the floor. Jeff comes away with it, kicks it out. Wilson finds Bodley. Bodley off the dribble kicks. Wilson pump fake. Now to Bodley. Bodley's three on the way, short. Bodley goes up off the window and gets the bucket. Logan Bodley with a smile. Good baseball player for the Lumberjacks. Gets on the varsity score sheet here at home. Under the basket, far side. Jab step by Good. Good. Hop step, throws it up, no one home. And that's going to do it here, folks. 66-31, your final score here tonight at the Lumberdome. RA Long wins this one behind a dominant second half defensive effort, only allowing 8 total points in the second half.
JV action at 5:30, varsity nightcap at 7 o'clock, right here at the Lumberdome. The RA Long and Hudson's Bay Athletic Departments, thank you all for coming. Please stay warm, stay dry, and drive home safely.
$66-31, your final score once again. Let's take a look at the numbers. Rhett Young leads the way with 17 points here tonight. Peyton Phil, an animal in the third quarter for RA Long, ends up having 14, a bunch of steals, some assists, rebounds, did a little bit of everything here tonight. Lonnie Brown with 10. Landon Irwin with 8. Then you got Jeff Rookledge and Trey Jenkins with 6. Logan Bodley and Abel Million each with 2. For Hudson's Bay, Raphael Bauman with 10. Demetrius Karma with 9. And then we've got Noah David with 4. Jamison Hicks with 2. Lincoln Good with 2. Sorrel King Altimer with 2. And Akil Bauman with 2. Total scoring for Hudson's Bay, 31 tonight. It was 36-23 at the half. Jacks outscore the Eagles 30-8 in the second half. Every opponent has been held below 45 so far this season, I believe, by RA Long. So, tremendous job by the Lumberjacks defensively here tonight. Eli says Peyton Phil is the vote for player of the game. I tend to agree with that sentiment, Eli. Yeah, I like it. I think Peyton Phil is a very good choice. Did a great job leading the team here tonight, played great defense on the ball, and read the passing lanes beautifully. Kind of stamped the game away there in that third quarter with his effort. So I tend to agree with that, unless there's anybody that differs with that opinion. I think it's pretty safe to say that Peyton Thill is the player of the game here tonight. Again, 14 points for Peyton. Too much work for me to try to track all the stats like rebounds and all that other stuff. It's a lot of work. Coach, Kyle Brewer says Peyton has played well the last 2 home games. Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm with you. The Jacks play really good at home, honestly. I mean, I think that the game against Washougal is just, kind of a hiccup, and I don't think it's really indicative of the trouble that RA Long's going to see this season, but you can't take any opponent for granted. Everybody is going to be tough every night. You got to come with your A game ready to go. Again, 66-31, the final score here tonight. Lumberjacks are in the locker room. It is a late one here tonight. 9 8:18 Pacific time at the end of this one. Don't see that very often here. But Peyton is our player of the game, so I'm going to see if I can plug in a headset here. Fans, stick around. I'm going to try to get Peyton to come up here in just a little while, and we can show him to you three-dimensionally up close with sound and hear what he's got to say. So hang around here, and I'll be back in just a few moments.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for holding on here. I am joined by the player of the game, Peyton Thill. Peyton, you guys really buckled down there in the second half. Defense really ruled the roost. You guys only gave up 8 points in the second half. You generated quite a few steals and breakaways. Just talk about the game plan that you guys had coming in on this one here tonight.
Our game plan is, well, last game we turned it over too much, so that was one of our focuses, and just bring energy to start off the game.
Well, you guys did a good job providing that, and you're in double figures tonight with 14 points. Young ended up, the team leader with 17, but you're not really known as an offensive guy. Just kind of more of a Swiss Army knife, do a little bit of everything. What was working for you tonight, shooting with confidence?
I feel like my team was just driving, getting open looks, kicking it out to me, and we just played good team basketball tonight.
It was a little chippy out there at times, with a lot of loose balls out there. And what was some of the chatter going on between you and the other guys? Can you say that on the TV?
I didn't really hear anything to me or anything like that, so I don't know.
Oh, good. Well, that's good to hear. So you guys took a loss, obviously, last week against Washougal, but you guys still held your opponent to 44 points there. And do you think that that's kind of a loss that you guys could really build upon and look back on and say, hey, these are some things that we didn't do correctly, and we can move forward and fix those things and still win league potentially?
Yeah, I think so. Even though we allowed 44 points, there was a ton of things on defense that we could have worked on, and they shouldn't have even had that many points that night.
Yeah, I mean, you guys haven't allowed more than 45 all season long. You guys got a big one coming up against Ridgefield on Friday. Figures to be a pretty competitive game, and it's usually always chippy between, those two schools. What are you looking forward to most about Friday?
I'm just looking forward to another league win.
On a side note, outside of basketball, you excited for Christmas?
Yeah, I am.
You got a Christmas list?
No, I don't.
Did you go see Santa?
Not yet.
Jeez, man. What about a Christmas tree? Did you go pick out a Christmas tree?
We already have one every year.
You already got one?
Yeah.
You should see the one that my son picked out this year. It's like probably the biggest Christmas tree that we've ever had. I've been asking everybody so far this year on the live stream, even though I don't have it right now, yes or no on the man bun.
Yeah.
You want to grow your hair back out and do one with me or no?
Maybe in the future.
You don't need a half commit now, okay? You can go full in, or you can just say, you know what, it's not for me.
I don't think it's for me.
There you go. I like that. See, just say absolutely not.
Maybe one day.
Yeah. You're a tennis player too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and a soccer player, 3-sport guy. What do you like most about doing other stuff here for Long?
I just like mixing it up. Every now and then, it's just nice to do new things.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, I really appreciate you spending a few minutes. It's really late, and it's a school night. So I'll let you get out of here and go celebrate with your teammates. Congratulations on the win tonight. That's Peyton Thill, player of the game, 14 points tonight. Long wins at 66-31. A lot of fun, man.
Yep. Thank you.
You owe me another interview, though.
I got you.
Okay. I was just going to grab that headset. We can dap it up, too, though. That's cool. All right, that's Peyton Thill, everybody. And, let's go over the totals again one more time for everybody who stuck it out. Rhett Young with 17 points here tonight. Landon Irwin with 8. The man here, Peyton Thill, with 14. Lonnie Brown with 10. Rookledge with, Rookledge had 6. Trey Jenkins has 6. Man, that's pretty decent. And then we got Abel Million with 2. Lonnie Brown, did I say Lonnie Brown? He's got 10. Logan Bodley with 2. That was nice. And Landon Irwin with 8. Lumberjacks love to come on up here and talk with me after the win. So good to catch up with Peyton Thill for the first time up here. We got a couple first-timers this year with Peyton and Lonnie and Rhett Young, obviously. And we'll be back again coming up on Friday at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. We're actually going to be over at Mark Morris doing the Woodland versus Mark Morris girls basketball game. But Friday boys basketball back here at the Lumberdome. So yeah, appreciate everybody coming on out here tonight and watching the live stream. Go on back and rewatch Peyton have an interview with me here, and we'll hopefully come back and get another one on Friday. Long hosting Ridgefield. Should be a good one, folks. 7 o'clock tip-off on Friday. And then next week we're going to have quite a few games over at Kelso, so be sure to check the schedule and check out some good basketball. Once again, your final score tonight, 66-31. R.A. Long gets the win over the Eagles of Hudson's Bay, and an 8-point defensive effort allowed by R.A. Long in the second half propels them to victory here tonight. All right, fans, thank you so much. I'm Nick Sisson on behalf of N2 Media saying so long for tonight, and hope everybody has a great evening. See you tomorrow.